Now today we're going to learn a tune called King of the Jungle. It's an initial grade piece from several years ago. It's in this book here, which is Trinity Initial Grade Guitar from 2010, but I have included the music on the worksheet that goes with this tutorial. When you're playing this, you'll be playing some bass strings with your thumb, that's strings 5 and 6 with your thumb, the other notes with your fingers, and it also uses some different dynamic techniques. We're going to deal with the piece in 3 sections. The first 2 lines are section A, the next 2 lines are section B, and the final line is section C. The very first bar gives you the pattern that you're going to be using throughout the entire piece. It goes bass and then the top notes. You play the bass note with your thumb and the upper note, which happens to be a B in this case, with your fingers. Let's do that together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Practice that a few times so that you get used to it. The second bar is almost the same, except the third top note is changed from a B to a C. So it goes string 6, B, B, C, B. So let's play the first 2 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4. When you get to bar 3, the bass note changes. You're changing to string 5 for this one. The top notes go C, 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 D. So it will go. Make sure you've got the right bass note for bar 3. In bar 4, you back to string 6 as your bass note, but the top notes are slightly different. There's one less, and you can tell that because the last one is a 2-beat note. It's going to be longer because there aren't as many of them, and it's E. So, string 6, E, E, E. So let's play that whole first line. We go from the beginning, make sure that your thumb is on the right bass note. I would have my finger ready for that C. It doesn't happen till bar 2, but it's better to have your finger there than down there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Line 2 is very much like line 1. The difference comes in the last bar of that line, where instead of going bass, E, 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 you get E, then bass. The bass is string 6 again. Both notes are 2 beats long, so you'll go E and bass. So let's play the first 2 lines. This is the whole of section A. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now in section B, you start off with 4 2-beat notes. E, B, A and B, like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bar 3 on that line goes C, 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 D. And then at the end of the line, B and string 6. So here we are on bars 11 and 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. line 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Line 4 is very similar to line 3. The difference comes in the third bar of that line, where the notes go F, 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 G, F, and then E, and string 6 for the last bar on that line. So let's play the whole of line 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now for the whole of section B. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we come on to section C. It's almost exactly the same as the beginning, except instead of having a single bass note at the end of the line like you do in line 2, you've got 6 notes written in a column. When you have 6 notes, or more than 2 notes, written in a column, you play them at the same time. And because there's the wiggly line down the side, it's a strum mark. So you strum all 6 strings. With your thumb, draw your thumb across the strings to give a strum. If you were to work out all of the notes, you would see that they are E, A, D, G, B and E. They are just the open strings, so you don't have to do anything fancy with your left hand. So here is the last line, section C. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, before we can go all the way through, there are some other things to be thinking about. The dynamics is what is still missing from this piece. It says MF to start with. That means medium loud. The Italian word is mezzo forte, means medium loud. And you play the whole first 2 lines mezzo forte, medium loud. When you get to line 3, it says F, and that just means loud, forte. On the last line, starts off with double P. And then there is a sign that looks like that. That is a crescendo sign, which means getting louder. So you start off pianissimo, which is really quiet. And gradually through that line you get louder until it's forte at the end, which is loud. The other thing to think about, 2 other things actually, some of the notes have got little arrowheads with them. Those are accents. So you play the note a little bit heavier than you would do normally. The last 2 notes on line 2, give them a bit of emphasis. Now the other thing that you'll notice is that on line 2 and line 4 it says pont. This is the other technique that I was talking about. The full word is ponticello and it means little bridge. And what you do, you would normally play in front of the sound hole. When it's ponticello, you move your hand so that you're playing closer to the bridge. Not right on top of it, because the strings are just too hard there to get a good noise, but about halfway between the sound hole and the bridge will give you a nice sound. So here's line 2, played ponticello. And you can hear that it sounds more metallic than when you're playing in front of the sound hole. It's a harder sound. Nat, on line 3 and line 5 just means go back to playing in front of the sound hole. Do it where you would naturally play the notes. So here's the whole of the King of the Jungle with the dynamics. 1, 2, 3, 4.